Bitcoin doesn't look like it's being about to rebound anytime soon. I've seen numerous cryptocurrency channels saying that Bitcoin is going to shoot up straight to $100,000 within the next couple of months, and it's going to break new all-time highs very, very soon. However, I don't believe this is going to be the case. Despite this, I don't believe we're in a bear market. I just think Bitcoin is going to have some time trading sideways, and so will the rest of the cryptocurrency market. And in today's video, I'm going to explain to you why that is. Of course, if you like the channel, remember to like and subscribe. We just got 500 subscribers and it would be much appreciated. Also, remember, nothing in this video is financial advice and I could be wrong on some of these topics. So, when will the crash finish? Well, crashes generally don't immediately dip and then rebound. V-shaped recoveries are actually quite rare in most markets across the world. We saw a V-shaped recovery with cryptocurrency and the stock market in March, and a lot of this was due to the government stimulus and government spending bailing all of these asset classes out. However, I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to V-shaped recover this time, and I just don't believe the good news and the positive sentiment is there yet. During March, there was the Bitcoin halving, and there was a whole bunch of positive news for Bitcoin that helped propel it all the way up to new all-time highs. Also, I want to point out it's inherently difficult to manage and buy dips. Dips don't always just go straight down. You buy the dip and then come straight back up. You make money. Sometimes you buy the dip and you sit there on a loss for 2 or 3 or 4 months and your portfolio keeps going down and down and it never really recovers. But one day when it finally recovers, you get a lot of satisfaction and the dip finally ends. Even buying and having the price fall 20% or even more can be a good buying price, and it can mean you bought the dip. So buying the dip is not easy. It's inherently difficult, and if you buy the dip right now, if you buy Bitcoin, you should expect there's a chance Bitcoin will go even lower. However, you're buying Bitcoin at $30,000 and not $60,000, and this is a lot better of a price, and I do believe it will eventually bail us all out. I also want to discuss Wyckoff Theory. So Bitcoin is currently really held true to Wyckoff Theory. What Wyckoff Theory suggests is that all markets are manipulated because the top 1% own most of the money, so they can manipulate all of these markets, and Bitcoin has been no different to any other market. What these big institutions and hedge funds will try to do is they will try to play retail investors. When price is going up, they want as many retail investors to buy in as possible so they can get the best prices to sell it, and when price is dropping down, they want all of the retail investors to sell them their bags, and to do this, they will try to manipulate the market, and this is what Wyckoff suggests. So, Wyckoff Theory also does say that once Bitcoin's been at its all-time highs and it dumps down to these new lows, it's probably going to trade sideways in this accumulation pattern for at least around 6 months. And I do believe Bitcoin will probably hang around at these low levels for 6 months. In that time, Bitcoin will reach new lows and it'll keep going lower. And what this will do is it'll make all of the retail investors very, very scared, and they'll sell their bags thinking Bitcoin won't go up. However, secretly, these institutions will be accumulating as much Bitcoin as possible, so when Bitcoin goes back up to new all-time highs, they've gotten a lot of money out of this. As you can see, Bitcoin dumped massively and then had an automatic rally back up, followed by another dump, and it does look like Bitcoin could possibly test its old lows and just keep doing this for a while. Wyckoff Theory suggests that if we just hold strong and hold our Bitcoin, it should be fine in the end. However, it's very difficult to do this, and we could see a $20,000 Bitcoin coming up, depending on what the institutions decide to do. So I would also take this into account, this bull market, as I do think it is important. Now, if we look at what Bitcoin has done before, there have been many times where Bitcoin has dipped and before breaking its new all-time highs, and this tends not to be very quick. As you can see, in 2017, Bitcoin dipped 44%. However, it took 200 days to break its new all-time highs. Again, it took 70 days to break its new all-time highs later in 2017, dipping 35%. It then dipped 40% again, and it took 63 days to break its all-time highs. So no, Bitcoin does not go straight down and straight up with one day and everyone's satisfied because they got to buy at low levels. This takes at least months. It doesn't take days or weeks. It takes at the very minimum months. However, these dips in 2017, they only touched the bull market support band and didn't do much else. There were some much bigger dips that have happened in the Bitcoin's past, and I do think this one looks like that. The reason I think it looks like that is because we crossed under the bull market support band, which is the 20-week moving averages. As you can see, in 2013, Bitcoin dipped 76.8%, and it took 203 days to re-break these new all-time highs. So this was a double peak cycle, and I do think it looks like this is what's happening right now, where Bitcoin's had a huge drop, and it's probably going to take around 200 days for it to come back up to 65k. As you can see, earlier this year, and well, in 2020 and 2019, Bitcoin dropped because of the COVID crash, and it took 504 days really for Bitcoin to break its new all-time high. So it generally means Bitcoin doesn't rebound that quickly, and we could see a similar thing to what we saw in 2019, where Bitcoin just trades sideways and hangs around. All I see on the internet is people saying that Bitcoin is either going to go down in a straight line and it's really over and the bear market's happening, or Bitcoin is going to go up in a straight line. However, I believe the right answer is that Bitcoin is just going to hang around for a while. It is probably going to trend sideways, touch our 200-day moving average, and then eventually move up. It may even go lower from here. However, I think around 25 to 28,000 is going to be the base for Bitcoin at this stage. So, as you can see, Bitcoin is currently probably not going to go straight up. It looks like we're entering into an accumulation period within a bull market, which could mean a double peak cycle. That is my general theory about Bitcoin right now. So, what does this mean for the altcoins? Well, altcoins tend to dip an even greater amount than Bitcoin during a market crash. When Bitcoin is trading below its bull market support band and Bitcoin is dropping significantly, the altcoins will underperform. As you can see, Cardano dropped 63%, Link dropped 72%, and VeChain dropped 73%. Most of these coins have already rebounded a little bit, but this was a lot bigger of a drop than even Bitcoin had. So if Bitcoin is bearish, these altcoins will be bearish. It's important to note, if Bitcoin trades sideways for a few more months, the altcoins have a lot more pain in them, which is very bad. However, it can also mean that these altcoins can be bought at very good prices during that time. Another observation to be made is that every time Bitcoin rallies, Bitcoin tends to lose its dominance. So everyone's buying those altcoins immediately thinking that they are going to moon. However, when Bitcoin dips again, Bitcoin starts to gain dominance on the market once again as the altcoins get sold off even more. This says that there's a lot of indecision in the market right now. People don't know if we're going up and down, and because of this indecision, I really do believe the market's going to be very volatile and there'll be a lot of sideways movement. So I'm personally going to be playing this correction very carefully and dollar cost averaging into the projects that are the biggest and I like the most. These include Cardano, Ethereum, Chainlink, and maybe some Bitcoin if I decide to. Just these four big projects and not mess with altcoins that are small too much, as they could lose a lot of their value if Bitcoin does the wrong thing. So to conclude what I've said, I do believe there's going to be a bit more sideways trading from here and Bitcoin will be looking a little bit bearish. The best way to manage this situation is to make a plan. So far my plan is that I've got lots of money in the cryptocurrency market, most of my money in the crypto market in case it decides to go up, and Bitcoin does rebound quicker than expected. However, I also have a lot of money out of the market sitting on the sidelines preparing for some good opportunities. If Bitcoin continues to drop, cryptos like Chainlink or Cardano will probably drop more, and that would probably be a good time to buy them. I don't think we're in a bear market just yet. I do believe this is just an accumulation period that we're going to see in the middle of the bull market, where Bitcoin's going to trend sideways for a while. I wouldn't trust all of the channels telling you that Bitcoin's going up immediately, but I wouldn't trust the channels that tell you we're in a bear market, because right now we are not. A 50% correction for Bitcoin does not constitute a bear market. market because Bitcoin appreciates hundreds of percentage points every single year. So if you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe. We just hit 500 subscribers, and it would be much appreciated if you could help the channel get up to 1,000 subscribers and be a part of my first 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching the video.